What's up Gears, Hollow Strife here bringing you another video on Gears 5. This time around we are getting nostalgic and covering the veteran. This guide will cover everything there is to know about the veteran class, and I do have a series of videos that will eventually cover all classes in Gears 5. Hopefully I'll remember to put a link in the top right of this video. Before we really get into the veteran, just know that these guides are aimed at those of you who aren't veterans, or specifically hardcore fans of the Gears series, or maybe you've taken a small break, but either way, please have a little bit of patience, and if you do like this kind of content, or learn anything new from this guide, be sure to subscribe and like the video. Now, why bother playing the veteran? This class is extremely basic. You have your best friend, a Lancer, and you keep shooting it, and shooting it until your wrists get sore from too much, recoil. This is about as basic as you can get, but you can still put out a stupid amount of damage with this class. You will start out with a Lancer, Nasher, Snub Pistol and Smoke Grenades, and you will want to swap your Nasher out for either the Retro Lancer or Lancer GL, but I would recommend the Retro. You can also swap your grenades out for anything else, but this isn't going to make or break anything on the build. The veteran gets massive buffs from using any kind of Lancer and is stupidly tanky with a setup I'm going to show you later. First things first, we need to cover the ultimate ability, which is called Living Legend. This is basically an aimbot. You will instantly go on to hit most enemies in their critical spot whilst never having to reload and shooting nothing but active rounds. This devastating ability lasts for 20 seconds, and what makes it even better, any teammates next to you in cover also benefit from this free aimbot. The base cooldown on your ultimate ability is also 5 minutes. The passive for the veteran allows you to take no damage whilst you are executing enemies. This includes chainsawing and retrocharging, which has its uses. Now, you are going to want to get your skill cards in place, but to earn these, you will have to level up the veteran. Leveling up any class in Gears 5 takes a lot of experience, just over 369,000, go from rank 0, maxing out at rank 20. Takes more and more XP per level, as this chart will show you, and if you leveled up Marcus when it was the old system, any progress you made on him will have been transferred to this class at the start of Operation 5. Starting out at level 1, you will only have one skill card, Score Boost, and a single card slot to put this in. You will unlock extra card slots at levels 3, 5, 7 and 9. Make sure you complete daily and weekly Horde and Escape challenges for class XP. This is a great way to get some early levels. For the veteran, I only have one setup for you this time. There are a couple of choices which will come down to your personal preference. And like I mentioned earlier, you only have a single skill card at level 1, which is Score Boost. It doesn't matter if you choose to use this or not. Level 2 will unlock a core skill card, Dug In. Simply stay in cover and you will take less damage. You can still be one-shot by powerful enemies, but this helps keep you alive against those like elite drones, Multicions, the ones that hit you quite hard. When you unlock your second card slot at level 3, you will also earn Extended Rifle Mag. Use this for now, it's a decent quality of life card that lets you shoot for longer between reloads, but we will be swapping it out later. Level 4 unlocks Explosive Resistance, which can be used now instead of Extended Rifle Mag, but again it's just going to be swapped out later. Card slot number 3 and Brutal Efficiency are both unlocked at level 5. Equip this new card in this new card slot. It will help you get your ultimate ability back that little bit faster, and it does kind of pair well with your passive as you won't take any damage. The next card you unlock at level 6 is Friendlier Fire. It's a decent quality of life card again, but the base width on your ultimate ability is more than good enough for most situations, and it's a rarity to have all 5 teammates nearby to force you to use this card. When you unlock card slot number 4 at level 7, you will also earn another core skill card, Last Ditch. This pairs well with Dug In and one of the perks you have available later on, but more on perks later. Last Ditch can double your damage output whilst you are below 80% health, You will forget this card is even equipped, but the damage bonus is phenomenal when it is active. Lancer Stock is the next card to be unlocked at level 8. Another quality of life card which works across all Lancer variants. You can use it for now if you want, but don't unequip Dug In or Last Ditch. Congratulations on hitting level 9, you have unlocked your final card slot and Custom Lancer. This is the most important skill card you have as a veteran. Equip this in your new card slot and never touch it again. Level 10 will also unlock another important skill card, Focus. This makes your ultimate last an extra 5 seconds at base, and every level up on this card will add another 3 seconds to your ultimate, doubling its duration at max rank. Equip this next to Custom Lancer and never touch it again. The next card sneaking up on you is Flankum, which is a very situational card. This is unlocked at level 12 and it does provide a better damage buff than Last Ditch. However, you need to be shooting enemies from the side or behind, which is more suited to dealing with bosses in my opinion, so you can choose between this or Last Ditch as a big damage buff. Or use both if you're feeling brave. Your next level up unlocks a pointless skill card, Defensive Stim. This lets you carry a higher amount of stim at any time. However, you can't generate stim as the veteran at this point, so just skip this one for now. Level 14 unlocks my favourite skill card, Epic Score Boost. Please don't use this unless you're going for high scores. For real this time though, one of my favourite skill cards for the veteran is Headshot Master. Unlocked at level 15, equip this next to Custom Lancer and Focus, and just like those cards, never touch it again. This does pair well with your ultimate, giving you a huge damage buff to all your critical hits. Now it's time for the Veteran's Gold skill card, Band of Brothers. This card is unlocked at level 16 and can be used in place of Dug In to help keep yourself and your team alive for longer by generating stim for anyone in your ultimate's radius. My main issue with this card is that it doesn't generate stim if you aren't already at full health. So if the card allowed you to heal to full, I would suggest it. Now, here is the build that I would suggest for you. You have these 3 cards up top, which you must equip no matter what. And then you can choose either of these options below. Dug In and Band of Brothers are both there for survivability. My personal preference is Dug In. Last Ditch and Flankum are both extra damage buffs. Choose whichever one of these you prefer. Both are great but situational. My personal preference is Last Ditch though. Now that you have all your skill cards in place, make sure you are leveling them up every time you earn enough duplicates from your completed games. Here is a full table showing how many duplicates it takes to max out any of your cards. But remember, you can only earn duplicate cards for abilities you have already unlocked. Once you hit level 16, don't stop playing the veteran, as there's one last thing to unlock. If you've watched any of my previous guides, then you know what this is. It's the Heroic Venom weapon skin, or the Retro Lancer, which is unlocked at level 20, and you should be seeing what this looks like now.
Let's secure that energy tank.
Right, perks are next. Every class has access to 4 different perks once inside a Horde match, which can be leveled up to 10. Each level costs more and more energy, but also grant bigger bonuses as you level them up. All perks in the game cost 24,250 energy to max out. The veteran has access to feedback boost, ammo regeneration, assault rifle damage, and health. I'll put on screen all the values of each perk and their costs. Put a point or 2 into feedback boost and ammo regeneration early, then don't bother with any more until you hit about mid 20 waves. Your base damage should be more than enough to deal with most enemies early on. At that point, max out assault rifle damage, then feedback boost, then ammo regeneration, finally health. Don't take this order as being set in stone. If you are the main damage dealer in your team, you might want to take some extra damage earlier on. Or, let's say your engineer has built your weapons locker, then don't bother with ammo regen, and only max that out near the end, prioritise health over this. The veteran is extremely basic in its style of play, and that's one of the reasons this guide took this long to be done. It's not that the class is weak or not enjoyable, but there's just nothing standout or amazing, it just gets the job done. There are a couple of classes I want to mention that pair well with the veteran though. The first one is the anchor. If you have an anchor on your team, try to combine your ultimates together and have your whole team stack them. You can all benefit from the veteran's ultimate hitting headshots all over the place, and the anchor will provide a team-wide barrier which will give everyone a damage buff for shooting through, whilst allowing you to take no damage from the front. Any classes that start with a retro lancer are always nice, as they can usually drop you this weapon, which will save a bit of energy for other things. Sniper classes like the marksman, my guide linked in the top right, is a good pairing for the veteran, as they will also benefit from your ultimate, which will dramatically increase their damage output. That is everything there is to cover for the veteran class for Horde mode. I want to apologise that this one has taken a bit longer than the others put together, but if you learned anything new, or even if you just like this kind of content, then be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. I do want to thank all of you who have recently subscribed lately. It has been a massive boost, so thank you very much. I do want to tease you with a couple of things before I finish this video off. First thing is that the next class I will work on will be the Tactician, as this comment here has requested that class. So if you want to see a certain class being covered next, leave a comment below. I can't always do that one next, but I will try to prioritise it over others. And keep an eye out here for the Tactician class guide coming soon. Secondly, I haven't mentioned this anywhere, but Outriders is due out next week. Try the demo out if you haven't already, but I do want to cover some of this game when it comes out. So if you are interested in that, keep an eye on this space, as I want to make some guides on that as well in the future. I promise that is everything for this long outro. So thank you for watching this guide, I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one, gears.